You can ruin your golf swing with the very first move that you do. Today we're going to walk through what is the takeaway secret that'll have you playing better golf. Nate, we do a lot of lessons in here where people have the dreaded inside takeaway, right? You see this all the time, right?
Yeah, every time.
And it kills the golf swing. So first, what is the inside takeaway? So from the down the line perspective, when you get the shaft parallel to the ground, right, we'll do a kind of a bad takeaway here. When you see that the club head is inside the hands at more or less shaft parallel to the ground, kind of what happens from here? I mean, where's the momentum put that in your swing?
It's kind of driving it back a little too deep, too early. We've rotated the arms way too soon.
Yeah, and then the response is you come over the top.
Over the top.
You got to stand up and flip. All right. So how do you not do the inside takeaway, right? So notice, all right, when you do the inside takeaway, notice how Nate's arms rotate really quick. So that should be a little aha, all right? That's not the movement that we want with the arms from the onset, okay? Let's have Nate take his address position here. Now, Nate, I want you to just do your standard takeaway, and let's see where the club goes. Right there. Now, what's happened with your shoulder blades right there? How have you moved so that that happened? Just kind of walk us through what do you feel in your body here.
Okay, so nice and stable at address with my balance, and with that, I'm going to be driving my left shoulder down. I'm going to feel it push down away from me, and it will I'll feel my right shoulder go up just a little bit.
Okay, so your shoulder blades have a lot of mobility. The lead shoulder, let's just take it one-handed only here, and just drive your left shoulder blade down. See where that puts the shaft. Now let's put the right hand on there, and right hand only, and let's just take right shoulder blade kind of just moving up. Okay, so you see the shaft is in pretty much the same spot in both of those locations. All right, so with both hands on there, just do that initial takeaway. Look at his shoulders on that motion. You see how the front side, the left shoulder for the right-handed golfer is going down and the right is coming up. And now you can see the club head is outside the hands, or maybe even with the hands, but certainly not inside the hands when you get to this position. Now let's look at this same move from this face-on perspective, okay? And let's pay attention to kind of what happens in the hips as Nate does this move. So left shoulder blade down, right shoulder blade up. You see there's a slight rotation that happens in the hip sockets, right? And his spine, your spine is moving just ever so slightly towards the right big toe, okay? Now you can see there's a little crease in the right groin there. That is internal rotation of the right hip, right? And you see it's correspondingly external in the left hip. So as your shoulder blades move to get those hands there, let the spine drift ever so slightly out towards the right big toe, and look how the hips respond. Now just contract your left oblique. Now look at that, perfect posture, right? It's set, so when you use your shoulder blades and let your hips respond to that motion, now as you turn the trunk and your back primarily with your obliques, you can see how it maintains just terrific posture. All right, now let's get the club to the outside, basically the outside of the right leg here. All right, now let's look from the down the line perspective. You contract the oblique or to turn the upper back. Notice where the hands go, just basically right over the right shoulder. So the hands on this initial move have basically been brought to the right side of the body. Now as he rotates his core with his oblique, which is how you maintain the posture, look how it brings the hands right where you want them to be. So you've got a shaft that's ready to come back down onto the address plane, come from the inside, a nice fluid athletic release. Okay, so let's watch Nate hit a few shots here, and we'll look through it in slow motion.
All right, pre-shot feel for this. Shoulder blade, left shoulder down, right shoulder up, and now I feel like I'm gonna lift and turn up above the shoulder. We can get high, get it deep. Okay.
three things that you can see on video, okay? So from the down the line perspective, as we get to the shaft parallel, this initial move right here, you're going to see from the down the line camera that the club head is this side, not the inside of the hands, it's the outside of the hands, okay? Now, as you go up to the top, those hands basically get put over the right shoulder, okay? It's definitely not, you know, here in the face, it's deep enough. You don't want to get it like too far away behind the shoulder, pretty much right in front of the trail shoulder is a good spot where you want to see the hands in that position. And now if we pay attention to the motion of the trunk, right? So if we go back to your setup position here, and we have the posture of the trunk angle right there, as he moves the shoulder blades and then goes up to the top, you should see from the down, both the face on and down the line perspective that the tilt or the posture angle of the spine doesn't change. Our unlimited online swing reviews give you direct access to one of our seasoned coaches all through the month for the same price as just one face-to-face lesson. You get a mobile app that lets you send swings to your coach anytime from anywhere, and you get ongoing feedback to help you really ensure that you can do the things we talk about in our training videos. Learn more and start a free 7-day trial by clicking on the link in the description below or on the iCard you see on the screen.